And for the shorter term trades where you're trading around the post, that could be scalping the calls or the puts. It could be selling a condor. It could be selling the spread. It could be like any type of short term trade. Like you kind of dabble in all the strategies, all the time frame, and different strategies all at the same time, right? Or are you kind of like
Yes.
picking and choosing when to deploy different type of strategies?
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's a great question. So there's kind of a checklist of
Mm-hmm.
the level of aggressiveness, if you will, that
Mm-hmm.
you trade around the post. So for example, the place that I start that's most conservative to trade around a position is to look at, hey, has the stock reached an area of resistance? And if it
Mm-hmm.
has, can I write a weekly against my leap position to collect decaying premium? So,
Mm-hmm.
for example, Amazon is a long-term position right now, and currently, Amazon keeps bumping its head at the 180 area. Every time
Mm-hmm.
Amazon gets to 180 or close to 180, I can write a weekly at the money, 180. That's an
Mm-hmm.
aggressive write. I can write slightly out of the money, let's say 185. That's a more conservative write. The other thing I can do is say, hey, it's at this area of resistance,
Mm-hmm.
and now can I be more aggressive short term? Can I just buy puts? Can I just be directional on a
Mm-hmm.
trade as opposed to, a write is a little more conservative because you're collecting that decaying premium, and if it breaks through that area, you can
Yeah.
buy that short call back, right? And be done with the trade, or you can buy the short call back to close, and then you can immediately buy back the same strike to open and ride directionally short term. Plus, if you're in
Mm-hmm.
the leap, you're getting the appreciation in the leap to the upside as well. So there's a lot of different nuances and tweaks to that position, to that core
Mm-hmm.
position.
And I mean, that's obviously we're looking back at a trade that worked really, really, really well, right? But it's like,
Yep.
I think it's
Yes.
really important to review. I mean, that's what a soccer player does too. When you have a good game or a good match, like you review it to see if you can, take something from it. How can you do that again, right? So this is
Yep.
obviously something that worked really, really well. And I mean, are you able to give us any, like, are we talking five
Well, look,
figures, six figures, seven?
yep. The Amazon
Yeah, let's take a look
is
at Amazon as well. Let's take a look
Yep,
at
the
Amazon.
Amazon is six figures, but it's
Only
just
six?
okay. It's just okay. Well, I know, but from a long-term perspective, you have to remember that I've been, and you've seen. I don't show the big account. I have two big accounts, and I don't show that. You've seen it, and you've
I've
seen the
seen it.
numbers. So,
I've seen it.
um,
And I can just say that the losses in the scalp account becomes what's smaller than insignificant? How whatever that is.
whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is.
And there will come a time where that scalp account, kicks in,
Negligible,
and I
Nico
and and
says.
I and,
Yeah.
I will catch eventually, right? That's just how these things go. Um,
Hmm.
and as I was talking about, one feeds the other. So what happens over time is, these as you're rolling and as you're
Hmm.
collecting, that
Hmm.
money now comes out of that and it goes to other places. Where does it go? Well, it goes to other things like, we talk about, does it, it goes to real estate, right? Like you buy
Yeah.
a house, you pay for a car, you take a vacation, and at some point when you start to earn enough, you get involved with things like private placements, or you get involved with uh, you know,
Hmm.
privately held REITs that are doing, offerings. There's a lot of different things that you can get involved with, that now that whatever it is that you made here goes to other places, and you don't think about it because it's now long term. And then
Hmm.
the idea is that one day in the future, you look, and all of these different things, these little gardens that you've planted along the way, now become part of a much bigger picture that have built kind of a fortress for you. And nothing is foolproof, but this is what
Hmm.
I had to do and build
Hmm.
because of how badly I got burned, in my younger years, right?
Pardon the brief interruption, but I just want to remind you that the final live Sang Lucci Master Course ever starts on March 25th. If you're ready to put in the work, we can make you into an unbreakable trader. You can learn more and get access to a bunch of free bonus content over at sanglucci.com/MC. And that link is in the description as well. All right, back to the video.
So
Yeah.
it
And
all
that's also a part of the strategy, right? When these leaps
Yes.
pay out big, you take the money out of the account, protect that money from yourself, and buy something that's more illiquid per se, like a
right.
house or even, yeah, I think like buying
Right.
real estate is just like
Yeah.
is
So it's
ideal if
so
you ask
people are
me.
like, it does take time. And especially with smaller accounts, you
Mhm.
can't just go do that, right? It takes time to build that. But it's like I've got a scalp account, I've got a swing account, I've got an
Mhm.
iron condor account. And the iron condor account I use as a lot to feed the leap account, right? And then within
Mhm.
the leap account, you are trading long term, and within the leap account, you're trading short term against that one name, right? So
Mhm. Mhm.
these different combinations, and then when the leap account makes those gains, it goes into those other assets that I was talking about.
Mhm.
Plus,
Mhm.
if you like something, whatever it is that pays, let's say a dividend, like I don't know, pick anything.
AT&T.
There you go. Okay, right. Like, and then now all of a sudden you have like that longer term portfolio that you just don't even think about, and you have some equity. And then um I think, in my opinion, the gem to all of this is that
Mhm.
when we're in a position where you find yourself long, super long, and let's say you haven't been rolling, or you just have too much at risk. The jewel in all of this is the SPY put protection play. And when the
Mhm.
VIX is low enough and gives us the opportunity for those long-term crash protection puts, that's the thing that is going to save your ass in a black swan event. Because
And that we're not going to give away on this call.
that's fair. That's fair.
So
That
if you want
that is
to
the
get
jewel.
into the real nitty gritty, then the
Yep.
master course
Yep.
is the right decision. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Ron. I know
Yep.
you probably have some scuba or windsurfing or longboarding you want to get out and do now that the sun is slowly but surely starting to rise. I can see.
It is. Oh yeah. Let's
Yeah.
let's give you
Yeah, let's get
a
let's
shot.
get a look. Let's get a
All
look
right. Yeah. Now the sun is up.
so you can get some motivation, right? To get into the
There you
next
go.
leap. Yeah, that's beautiful.
There's your sunrise.
That is
It's over.
beautiful.
Let's see. Oh, that's over That's Mauna Loa right there.
Time to
Oh,
put
sorry.
on a
Sorry,
fresh pot
that's
of Kona coffee.
that's Hualalai right there. Look at that sunrise.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? And then looking out over Mauna Kea.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad, right?
Not bad at all.
I do love it here.
Yes, we can see why. Well, thanks again, Ron. Enjoy the
No worries.
rest of your day and enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk soon.
Awesome. Thanks.
Take care.
Later.